Greg Benevent, here with another Website Depot podcast. As ever, I'm your host, and today I'm very happy to be joined by one of our great team members here at Website Depot, one that we all rely on quite a bit, but I myself rely on perhaps more than many others, Diego Bailon. Diego, how you doing there, man?
Hey, Greg. Well, I'm great. I'm really happy to be here, finally at this Meet the Team podcast. We were speaking a little bit before starting it. It's something that we constantly do, but we haven't been doing in a little bit. So it's great to be here.
It is. And it's interesting.
Going.
No, I'm glad you defined this as a Meet the Team podcast, because this gives others a chance to meet you. But you yourself have met the team quite a bit through doing all of these podcasts. If you could explain to the viewers and listeners exactly what it is you do, Diego, and all the responsibilities you have here at Website Depot.
Okay, sure, Greg. Yeah, well, I'm a video editor, so I mostly do and create videos for different clients that we have at the firm. So some of the things that I do is like whenever you record podcasts with the clients and that stuff, I edit them, I add motion graphics to them and get all those videos uploaded to their YouTube channels and to all their socials so people can see them. Also, I make, like promotional videos and commercials for each of our clients so we can get like the attention of people hoping to improve SEO with that kind of content, right? So mostly, yeah, that's what I do. I make videos, I make animation on those videos, and that's part of the things that I do here at Website Depot.
Yes, all the things that Diego does. I mean, he even, in a way, for those of you listening and watching this, he very much downplayed it. I mean, the videos that you see from myself having recorded them so much are go through a dramatic transformation when Diego gets his hands on them. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I'll be doing one of these and it'll be me just absolutely saying the wrong thing or trailing off into space, or some pause between me and the other person on the podcast, and Diego fixes all of that. I mean, it's any editor is invaluable to video marketing. A good one like Diego is far more than that. And if you could talk a little bit about you've been with how long you've been with the company, maybe some of without violating no agreements, what's maybe one of your favorite things that you did here, or a challenge that you overcame, something like that.
Yeah, sure. Well, I've been here at the company for a little bit more than a year now, I think. So I've done plenty of videos in all that time, for a lot of different clients. So some of the stuff that I really enjoy most making maybe are like promotional videos when I can get like a little bit more creative, that I can maybe do some animations to promote the videos or motion graphics. And of course, there are like more fun clients than sometimes other ones. I hope that doesn't sound bad, but there are some videos that need to be a little bit more corporate, and sometimes that takes a little bit more time than videos for brands that can tend to be like more creative, which I enjoy a lot more doing. Also I have a good time, editing podcasts and all that stuff, because I get to learn a lot from the clients, from all the information that you speak about on the podcasts. Also, when I make like for the team members, they meet the team, I get to know everyone. So yeah, also I get to see like a lot of video hours, from all the content that we do on the company, also for all the footage that you recorded there at Los Angeles. I get to see, a lot of the content that Chin uploads all the time. So yeah, that's plenty of lot, but I enjoy making the creative videos for creative clients.
I mean, no, that's great. You even mentioned at second that, I'm here in Los Angeles, you or not. I mean, Website Depot is a very global company, which is something that we bring up. It's great. It's something that gives us so many different perspectives and so just many points of view in terms of, the creation of the advertising and the art of it. If you could tell us a little bit more about yourself, like some of your background, how you ended up here at Website Depot, where you are right now, stuff like that.
Sure. Yeah. Well, for a start, this is kind of weird. I don't know if you actually knew this, Greg, but I'm actually a designer. I'm not a video editor.
I did not know that. No.
I studied design here in Mexico. But
Huh.
then I get like the like of, you know, videos, animation, motion graphics, and that's where I started making this kind of more animated motion films.
Wow.
So I got like expertise on that thing. So when I knew through my teammate, you know, Regina, that
Yes.
in Website Depot they were searching for a video editor,
Mhm.
I sent my reel to you guys, to the firm, and well, then I started working with you, right? But I sometimes I find it kind of funny that here I'm like a video editor when I'm actually a designer, and most of my background, you know, here in Mexico, I've worked with some companies, but as a designer, you know, through logos, through graphic designs for social media and all that kind of stuff. So this is actually the first time that I'm, you know, working as a full-time video editor,
Mm.
which is, yeah, it's interesting for me, but every day I think that I'm learning a lot more. And I
Yes.
enjoy that because I can use this to continue improving, you know, my editing skills, my motion graphic skills, which is part of, as I told, what I really enjoy doing a
Mhm.
lot more sometimes that actual design. I think that, well, also video includes a lot of designing, you know, like color schemes and motion graphic stuff, but most that could be like my background, yeah. And a little bit about me, you know, I like illustration. I really enjoy doing drawing on my free time.
Uh-huh.
So that's also like a hobby in which I'm trying to improve every day, and something where I try to, you know, forget about job, forget about videos, forget about all the digital stuff, and come back to the
Oh,
basics,
yes.
you know, like, yeah, like hand-drawn graphite drawings.
Wow. That's pretty cool. I mean, I hope if you feel comfortable, and you certainly don't have to, and you can erase this, that you added some of those in. That'd be fascinating to see. Hearing you ever talk
Sure,
about
yeah,
that. And
I
that
can add some of that.
you not to put you on the spot, geez. But I was very struck by hearing you say that, because as you know, from having, you know, edited these podcasts, but I think people that have watched or listened to them know, I mean, so much of what happens here at Website Depot is that many of us are hired for one job, one particular task, and then we end up learning and doing a whole bunch of other different things that were
Of
connected
course.
to a skill set as we develop that. And so we help the company provide in so many different ways. I mean, I was hired, I mean, just for me, I mean, I was hired just as a writer, and now there's this wonderful opportunity here too, these podcasts. I was struck by something you were talking about, always trying to improve, always trying to get better, which is, you know, a big part of what we do and our clients do as well. I always like to ask something that, you know, I mean, for all of these podcasts, if there's something you would tell someone that is, you know, working on the same thing kind of you are. I know we've written a lot of blogs about ways that people can improve their own video marketing, even if it's just little steps you can take. Maybe you're not quite ready to hire a digital marketing agency yet. What's something that you've learned, some bit of advice that you would provide to someone that was like, okay, I want to start making my own videos for me, but I'm not sure where to begin, or what's a bit of advice you would provide?
Well, something that I could advise is to first, you know, start doing them. Because a lot of us, I think that a lot of time always wait for the right time to start making stuff. And sometimes, you know, that never comes. So the
Uh-huh.
first thing would be to start doing them, and then always look at your videos with a critical eye. And I feel like everyone can see, you know, from logic, what you can improve by watching your own videos. Like you can start, as you said, doing, maybe you want to make a podcast, you start recording yourself, and then you'll see, well, maybe the audio didn't work so well that time. So what can I do? Maybe get a better microphone, right? Or maybe my video isn't that well. Well, maybe in some time I can improve to another camera and be working on that. Also, if you're like editing other people's podcasts, like I do on Website Depot, I feel like some key thing that you can work on is like to have a lot of contact on the people doing the podcast, you know, like this thing that sometimes you and I make, that like you can tell me, hey, what can I do to improve this? Maybe I
Yes.
can tell you, like, after you feel like something is not good, maybe you can stop a little bit so it can be edited out and then continue, right? And you
Right.
know, communicate with all the team that you're working with, so you can make editing easier and not just rely on the content that you get and then be like, oh my God, how am I going to edit this out? Because it's hard, you know? So communicate with your team members, what do you need to have a better video, a better outcome. And mostly, yeah, that's like some advice that I would be to someone who wants to start editing and do something like this that we're doing here at Website Depot.
I mean, that's so great to hear you say that about that. And I think it's very easy to lose track of, particularly when people start making reels and start making TikToks. I think there's, even if it's your business or it's a small business, there's this strong impulse and feeling of like, okay, this is just one thing. This is just, it's just individual and it just me, but it's not. I mean, for its best, it's like you said, it is collaborative. You want to make it as easy on other people as possible, so that's how you're going to get the best thing, is when everyone kind of has it, that easier, simpler sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right. When everyone communicates in a team to get, like the better results.
Well, you mentioned the graphite drawing and you mentioned the other design background. I mean, what are some other hobbies that you might have? I mean, it's your, it's Website Depot's a big job, but it's not the only thing you can do with your time. What else do you do to relax or kick back there?
Yeah, well, for some times I've actually, that's something that I stopped for a bit right now, but I tried to learn how to tattoo, make tattoos. Yeah, because as I said, I really like drawing. So I figured like, well, maybe like a cool new step for that would be to start drawing on skin, which is a really different thing to do. So yeah, for some time I was learning, how to tattoo. I made some tattoos on friends, on some people that I knew. And I've been trying to work over that hobby, but it still need a lot of time and a lot of people who, who can borrow me their skin to keep on training on that part, which can be a little hard, actually, to find that. But yeah, so mostly is that. And when I can't find the means to keep on practicing on tattoo, well, I mostly draw. I try to keep on improving my drawing skills. And yeah, I really like, like art, like stuff that I can do with my hands and on a pencil. So that's part of which I do. And also right now I'm getting the hang and the interest of artificial intelligence. Great for on the animation part and the video creating part, because I've seen some crazy stuff that people is doing, really easy now. Like they can make like amazing videos, animated videos that in the past would need like a big team or a big time to make, and now you can make them like in seconds, right? So I'm trying to explore a lot of those possibilities to see like what I can do and how I can use that to improve also what I do, because I really like video, because I think that I like, telling stories through videos.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm trying to understand right now that those all new technologies that are coming from artificial intelligence, to get the hang of it and try to use it in what I like doing.
I mean, that's the kind of, that's the sort of drive I think that everyone's kind of looking for in things. That's great that you have that. I have to ask, I don't know, I mean, you talk about drawing things and coloring things. What's this behind your shoulder, over your right shoulder there? Did you paint and draw that, this blue thing? What am I looking at?
No, that's an art piece. It's not made by me, but it's a Matisse of Morocco. It's a nice art stuff that I like having at my apartment. I also like to have some of like art pieces here around my apartment, because I also like to enjoy others people's art and artworks. But I also have some things that I've made here at my apartment, my own drawings, but I don't think that those are on camera, but maybe I can edit some of them. On post-production.
I'm doing the podcast with the editor. I'm like, you can't see it. He's like, yeah, I'll just put it in. It's like, great. You don't have to get
Yeah, that's right. Like, I whenever on this fragment, this segment, I can get some drawings there going, so I can show a little bit of what I do, also like outside work.
Yes.
Hope that can work, Greg.
Well, I mean, if there's one thing I learned in the year that you've been with the company, and it certainly feels like it's been longer than a year, is that you can certainly make it work. I mean, that is something I've learned just in the time working with you. You've been an invaluable presence. Is there anything to ask you about that I didn't cover? Is there anything you'd like to say that I didn't bring up?
Well, I don't think so. I think we covered most of it. Maybe just
And if
about
you
a
didn't
little.
think of it, you can add it in later. That's what's great about this. I don't have to do
Yeah,
anything.
that's right. Like if I forgot something, I can sit here in the same position and and start talking to my camera, and then just make it look like we spoke about this.
Yes, we did. You can, exactly. You can make up what I said. Get the Greg hologram. Yeah.
But
It,
maybe just a little thing that I would add that I maybe forgot about the stuff that I do here at the company, because I find that a little bit interesting, is
Sure.
that Danny is trying to also get footage coming from Mexico. So I've recorded some models here with green screens for our testimonials and all that stuff.
Excellent.
And I feel like that's also something nice, like you said, that Website Depot is such a global company that we can also have, like a recording small studio here in Mexico, also making content for clients that have their main businesses in LA, which makes it like, I don't know, this whole global thing sometimes blows my mind, How can,
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
how can we work like all together in different spaces, in different areas, and make everything work? And that, well, I find that interesting.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a true global office. I mean, it's with the
That's
technology available to us, we're able to work instantly. I mean, I've, as someone that used to work in offices long ago, I mean, there'd be people at the desk next to me that I couldn't nearly get the attention of as easily as you, thousands of miles away. So that's really an improvement in a lot of ways. So. And I could talk to you all day. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up? I mean, we got the two of us have to get back to work. You have to edit this thing we're talking about, which is,
and a lot of more
interesting.
videos. And I know that you're also working on a lot of stuff, Greg. So no, if we leave it here for the moment, I think it's great. And I can start editing this right away.
See that's one more reason to work with an editor and get your things turned out so much. But yeah, I could talk to you all day. Thank you for coming on, Diego. It was really great talking to you.
It was amazing. Thank you.
All right, thank you. On behalf of Website Depot, my name's Greg Benevent. Take it easy. Have a good night.